Well, we're here again to have another conversation about the connection between spirituality and the 12 steps. And we're down at the Healing Place today with...
My name is Ronald Hicks. I'm actually, I came here in 2007 from Indianapolis, Indiana. And I was born the fourth child of a single parent, which at an early age I started my journey with alcoholism that transpired into a drug addiction that led me down through a path of destruction through relationships, in and out of trouble with the law. And at the older age of 37, I had gotten to a point to where I had gotten tired of the drinking and the drugging and not being around my children as much as needed, and being that custodial parent that was needed to be. I made a decision to come down here, and I showed up at these doorsteps, and they welcomed me in with open arms.
How did you hear about the Healing Place?
Well, actually, I was the plasma center had become a part of my journey to keep my drinking and drugging going. I was sitting in the plasma center, and a young man was sitting next to me, and out of nowhere, the conversation started. What was recovery like here in Indianapolis? And the first time I've ever asked that question, and he told me about this place, and he told me it was $23 to get on the bus, and I was getting $50 today. So why don't you come? I've been here ever since.
So how long ago was that?
September 7th made 13 years.
13 years. And you've been sober, so 13 years.
Yes.
Oh, thanks be to God.
Yes, it was all because of him.
So we've been talking a lot as a congregation about the ways in which the 12 steps model for us, and folks who are in recovery model for us an example of the Christian life. And there's all these parallels that we see, right, of the 12 steps and all these scripture passages. And I'm just curious, I mean, you said you were a praying man. Where have you seen the 12 steps influence your faith? I mean, you said, I've been doing step 2, but not step 1. So clearly a person of faith. But in your own experience, how have the 12 steps informed your understanding of who God is, or of your faith life, or your spirituality?
It's just like, man, God had showed me the scripture. He said, whom the Son sets free is free indeed. And from that point, I started writing that on the outside of my book, my literature. Yeah. And it's been my motto ever since.
Wow.
You know, I know it was nothing that I could do for myself, because I had tried over and over and over and again. And I end up in the same situation that I was in year in and year out. And heartbreaking, but since I tried to come here, I said, God, I hope this works. From that hope, it became belief. From the belief pattern became faith, and I started walking by faith.
And I know this week, the last couple weeks, we've sort of moved into steps 10, 11, and 12, which we've heard from other folks that those are sort of the maintenance steps, right? Those are the ones you kind of keep doing over and over again.
No days off.
Yeah, no days off. So I speak a little bit about that, and I know the 12th step is service to others, right? It's about giving back, and I know that's a big part of the ministry here at the Healing Place, and you were a peer mentor, some of your stories, so.
Step 10 was, it's the maintenance step that keeps me safe. You know, instead of me burying all those ill feelings, if I had harmed somebody, I needed to go back and fix them. You know, but purposely harming someone, we just don't do it anymore. You know, and if it does happen, the Bible talks about not letting the sun go down on it. You need to go to my brother or my sister and I fix it before, you know, no matter what the outcome may be. I want to say, man, I didn't mean whatever, however this transpired, you know, whenever possible.
Yeah.
You know, 11 and 12, you know, it's just the work, you know, everyday prayer, asking God to just place somebody in front of me that I don't get selfish and put me first. You know, I put somebody else's needs or wants in front of me, and I continue on having the word, he gives me a job that's not too strenuous, but it has a mental toll on you. You know, every once a year I might get 7 days off, you know, for a vacation and relax, but do I really relax? No. We carry the message wherever we go.
And
I love it.
yeah, because that's sort of like this whole idea of when we give, right, we receive.
Yes.
And that it's in the like giving of ourselves, like Christ does for us,
Yes.
that we really begin to see what life is about. And I, in some ways, I think the 12 steps model that for us, because it's you're where you are because there were guys who were willing to love and care for you, and now you're doing that for other guys, right? And then they'll hopefully do that for other guys, and what happens is that goes, right?
The fishers of men, we pass it on.
Yeah. Ron, I want to really say just thanks for sharing some of your story with us. Really, really appreciate it, and your honesty, and I'm grateful. And just want to say thanks be to God for your story and the way in which you're continuing to mentor other guys, and for the work that you do here at the Healing Place. We're really, really grateful and glad to be a part of that in whatever small way we are as a congregation.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.